She has over 14,000 PRVs so far this year, 21 recruits as you just saw, and she's almost at the trip. She's at nearly 28,000 points, so I'm pretty sure she's there by the end of this month. Please welcome to the stage Lead Executive Lisa HUERTH.
I just want to make sure you all know that I am the Jamberry consultant for this evening's party. Okay? Okay, girls, take a seat. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Yeah. We've not practiced this. They have no idea what they're doing. I said, you just want to sit up in these 4 chairs and do what you're told. They don't even have a pen. Look, they really want to start shopping. Look, already at the clipboard. Love it. Okay, let's look at these real quick because this is really important. Do I need to click to get this on? No. Sorry. You thought I'd done this before. Okay, so why People Party? I know that you've already heard this, right? People Party, you need to know this because when you know this, you come from that place of service. You're there for the hostess. You're there to provide fun. You are consulting on a fun party. When you talk about consulting to sell a product, it's not going to be very fun, right? You're just like, sell, 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 buy, buy, buy. They're not going to do it, okay? But they want to have fun, they want to loosen up, and they want that. So I know the other presenters have done an amazing job talking about getting the party and hostess coaching. And hostess coaching, man, that is key because when you prep that hostess right, you're going to get the sales, you're going to get the bookings, and you're going to get the recruit leads, okay? So make sure you take some fantastic notes on those previous presenters because if you don't do that, you don't even get the party. People don't even show up, okay? Yeah? Yeah. All right, let's keep going. So, nobody wants to look like this. I mean, I wouldn't say no to the wine. But normally when I'm drinking wine, I have a smile on my face. So, you want to make sure that you're providing that fun social experience, okay? Hostess coaching, I put that up there, take a photo real quick. I'm going to move right on because Carrie just did a wonderful job talking about that. Oh, seriously, come on, people. I want to get into the nitty-gritty. Good? Good? Yep, okay, good. All right, so the party starts when... I've got 2 screens, I don't know which one to do. Okay, the party starts when you knock on that hostess's door and she opens the door to you. Okay, that's when you start. And your setup is going to be really fast. What happened to my bag? Why are you hiding it? Okay, 1 bag in. Look how awesome my job is. Did everyone see that? 1 bag, people. 1 bag. 1 bag in, 1 bag out. The hostess is going to be like, hey, can I help you? Do you need anything? You're like, honestly, it's going to take me 10 minutes. I'm going to help you. Set up in 10 minutes or less. It looks like this. Easy. You don't have to bring your entire office, okay? Just what you're going to share, okay? And some easy things. The things that I love to set up first, is the clipboard. This clipboard, so I greet the hostess, I compliment her on her amazing house. Maybe it's not an amazing house, lie. Pick something that you love, compliment her. Be like, your front porch is amazing. The location of your house, just love it. Pick something, okay? Be genuine, but pick something that you love and compliment her. She's worked hard for you to come there. She's worked hard for her friends to get there. Lift her up. Okay, she is everything to your party. Make her feel good about it. She also cleaned her house and she probably baked brownies. Okay, so you could probably at least say, it smells good in here. You didn't burn them. Okay, pick something. All right, so I'm going to help the hostess. I'm going to spend that time getting to know her, build a relationship with her, making sure I know everything about her and who is coming. I want to know who her party guests are. Are they professionals? Are they professional women? They want like more of a neutral nail. Am I going to be talking about French tips? Or am I going to be talking to stay-at-home moms who need to be able to do a jammy on the go, DIY in between wiping bums and giving snacks? Okay? Because your party presentation changes a little bit. The things that you're going to talk about, the pros to our products, are going to be slightly different. You need to know who's going to be there. Talk to your hostess. Okay, you're going to welcome and introduce yourself to each guest that comes in. I help my hostess. I open the door and say, hello, I'm the Jamberry consultant tonight. I'm so glad you're here. And I've done that because I learned by my mistakes by not introducing myself and telling people who I am. Because there are times I open the door, I'm just the hostess's friend. Come on in, take a seat, go get yourself a drink if you want. And then they start saying to their friend, hey, have you heard about this crap? Man, I used it before, it just didn't work. And I just, like, they won't say that when you're in the room. They won't say that if they know who you are, okay? So tell them who you are. If they start saying, I've tried this before and I had a bad application, we're gonna go through all that tonight. It's gonna be great, okay? Stay positive, be upbeat. Okay. The party starts with your opening talk. Now, on the previous slide, I showed you a clipboard. On my clipboards, I have bundles that I make. It's like a little laminated photo of just 4 bundles. People are there to shop. Our catalog is overwhelming because we have so many wraps. Make it easy. Make it really easy shopping experience for them. There's this bundle, this bundle, this bundle, and this bundle. Typically, people come to a party like this and they know how much money they can spend, right? You go to someone's party and you think, I've got a budget of like $50, right? They know how much they're gonna spend. So make it easy for them, set bundles out and have it there for their reference. An order form, make sure it has your contact information on it. A catalog, this is a door price survey slip that's upside down. When they come through the door, I give them a clipboard and a pen. Make it easy. Hey, while we're waiting for everyone to come, grab yourself a drink and some munchies. Hello, they're there for fun. Fun doesn't come without food and drink, right? Yep. And while we're waiting for everybody, I want you to pick out your top 8 picks and just jot them down. Why 8? Buy 2, get 1 free, 8 wraps, right? They're writing their wish list out. This is what they're pretty much going to order. Just jot down anything that jumps out to you straight away. As soon as you get through the catalog, just jot it down. Doesn't have to be wraps. It can be in the heater. Make suggestions, right? They're going to write those things down. So that's their wish list. Then you're going to get started. Open talk, first 30 seconds. That's when the guests decide whether they're going to like you and they're going to like the party. Who's been to a direct sales party and the girl has stood up there and she said, hi, my name's Lisa. I've been with Jamberry for 3.5 years. I'm married to a soldier. I came over here like, 14 years ago, and you're like, right? They don't need to know that. They don't want to know. They don't really care. You can build that into your conversations a little bit later when they ask you, but they don't need to know it right off the bat. Those first 30 seconds are key. Hey, I'm Lisa. I'm a Jamberry consultant tonight. I'm so excited you're here today. I'm going to revolutionize your world with your fancy fingers tonight. I'm really excited, so I really just want to get the party going. But if you just take a moment to step back and look at what I do and you think this is fun, I'm going to give you this shiny purple envelope to go away with. Everyone say, ooh, yeah. Who doesn't want to go home with that? That's just some information about this opportunity that's blessed my life unconditionally. But now I'm going to bring up my hostess and we're going to introduce everybody because I don't know who you are and I don't think you all know each other, right? Okay. At that time, everybody stands up. They don't have to stand up. They can just kind of sit down. They've got wine. I mean, wine's a priority. And they're just going to say their name and how they know the hostess and something they love about her. Remember what Carrie said about building that hostess up, making sure that she feels appreciated? Come on up, my hostess, Rose. Oh, your name badge is falling off. Everyone knows who you are now, sorry. Rose, this is Rose, my hostess. And typically when they come up to you, they're like, oh my gosh, she called me up, and her shoulders are like this. And her head is down. And she's like, oh my gosh. She called me up in front of all my friends. But when we go around the room and we start lifting her up, she starts to stand proud and she's confident and she is smiling and she's like so thankful she's had the party and it's barely even started. Okay? Make sure she can sit down. Okay. Okay, so that first 30 seconds is really, really key, and you want to get to know everybody, and you want to know how much they love the hostess, how they know her, perhaps throw a nail fact in. Tell me something about your nails. And then they're always the ones that go to the salon, do they love gel? Something you're going to talk to them about, okay? All right, flow. This is the slide I'm going to spend the most time on, because this is what they really wanted me to talk about today, is how I run an in-home party. So they have the clipboard, they started running out their wish list, and I've done my opening talk, we've started, okay? And I don't want to be the show. You shouldn't be standing at your parties for like 30 to 45 minutes talking. They have switched off in that first 30 seconds, right? They don't want to hear from you. So play guys are like all uptight. We need to shake it up. And this feels really awkward. When you're at a party, you've done your opening talk, and everyone's said everybody their names. Come on out. We're going to stand in a circle because that table's too big. Normally around the coffee table, the left-right game, right? Who's played the left-right game? Right, and the pit in your stomach when you first start, that fear, right, that Elizabeth was talking about. That fear is there. Just roll with it, because it's the best thing that you can do. It gives them so many seats. No, not that. Okay. Change it. Start with the hostess. Typically, the hostess always gives it away because she knows our hostess so well. She knows that she's going to get phenomenal hostess rewards, right? So I started with her, but she never wins. So that's all right. If you have more than 4, did you pass it because I said right? No. Yeah. Okay, so if you have more than 4, do 2 prizes, okay? Because otherwise, some people never get to touch it. Okay, the left-right game is all over the Facebook world. Okay, so I'm sure you can find it. Can you guys get close? They don't know each other. They're like, ah! Okay, so every time I say, I'm going to read the still story to you, and every time I say the word right, I want you to pass it to the right, and every time I say the word left, you can pass it to the left. Oh, winning. Okay, but here's the thing. I am going to quiz you at the end, so don't just think about the left-right. Don't worry, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'm going to give you like a little example of how this goes. Okay, ready? Yes. And I always feel like a shark, because watch what I do. Just a few years ago, there were 3 sisters that liked to get their nails done, but I've gotten tired of trying to find the right time so that nobody was left out of going to the salon. They had to find a babysitter, and the kids hated being left behind. By the time they finished at the salon, they never had enough time or money left to do much else, which left them frustrated. Right now, they brainstormed left and then right. They needed just the right product for everyone. But first, they needed the right name, and there it was, left on the table, their children's favorite book, Jamberry. It was perfectly right. All that was left were the right details. Made in the USA was a must. Affordable, right? Oh wait, what's going on? You guys good? They don't know the left from the right. What? You crazy? Everyone put their left hand up. Put their left hand up. Everyone put their right hand up. Yeah, good. Did you guys get to know each other yet? Are you rubbing elbows? Yeah. Don't be afraid to be in control of a game, right? If they're like, oh, and you hear the giggles, stop and like celebrate that. That's the fun that they came for, okay? Then I'm going to keep going through that game, okay? The winner at the end. So we've gone through the whole game. The winner. Now I'm going to say, oh, yay! Okay, you girls can help her out because, you didn't really come to be tested, right? But, you help her out. So, why was Jamberry formed? Well, 3 sisters, yes, but why? That's right, they didn't have time. Okay, what are the 6 pros that I read out to Jamberry over, polish from the store? Say it. Made in the USA, yes. 5 free, dry time. Okay, get that idea? I'm going over those major points. There are so many booking seeds and recruit seeds in this script that you're just echoing it over and over and over. And they're telling you the hardest part. What's the hardest part of Jamberry? It's like the last sentence that you read. What's the hardest part?
Picking.
Yes, choosing your nail reps. But you know what? You already got a wish list started. So let's get back to that. And they go sit down. Congratulations, winner. She's been taken. That's how we run the first game. Now they're itching. They already know about the product. You just told them everything about it. So how about we get started with an application? Yeah? You guys want to learn how to do this?
Yes.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so what I do is typically, this is part of your hostess coaching, really. You're going to talk to your hostess while you're waiting for the guests to arrive. 1, to confirm how many people are coming. If it's more than 4, I'm going to break them into 2 groups. Anybody know why? Easier to manage, yes. Be in control of your parties. People want to be told what to do and where to go, everything. They need to be told. Otherwise, they're going to start talking about soccer next week and you've lost them. You want their world while they're at the party to be about Jamberry, okay? So I'm going to list my hostess. Say there's more than 4. Say there's 6. Pretty normal for an in-home party, right? Between 6 and 10 people. And so the hostess, depending on how confident she is with the application, she's either going to help demo one group while I keep the talk amongst the others Jamberry related, or I'm going to do demo and she's going to chat with her friends, the fun and the social. But I'm going to ask her, please keep this Jamberry related. Ask them what's on your wish list. Get excited about what they're writing down. If they're a fun social person who loves to have parties, suggest that to them, like as the hostess, because she trusts you, the customer trusts you more than they trust me, and you planting that seed is gonna definitely make them think about booking a party, right? She's doing your job for you, right? Everyone see where I'm going with this? She's doing your job because she is your prime candidate for your next team member, yes? So if she's doing an amazing demo, I'm gonna be like, you're doing such a great job. You'd be so good at my job, right? You can put those little things in that are gonna make her start thinking about that. I do a group demo, 3 to 4 people, and I show them what I do on one nail. And then they all pick one out, we all decide what finger it's gonna go on, and we talk through prep at the same time. Now, sometimes, little Miss Achiever over here, she's like, I'm gonna be the first one, I'm gonna do it, and then one over here, she's like stressing about that invisible cuticle that she doesn't actually even have. She's still pushing, she's like, I think I got one, I got one, I got one. Right, so they're all gonna be at different stages, and this is why having a smaller group is gonna be really helpful, because you can help manage those people and get the best applications at your parties. It's much better to do 2 groups and take a little bit more time doing it than it is to do 1 big group, and for half the people it fail, and for the other people it's stuck. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm gonna do a group 1 on my nail that they're all playing, and then I walk through and I can do troubleshooting one-on-one. Once everybody's tried, I'm gonna bring them all back for another game. Okay? All right, ladies, I'm so glad that you love your nail wrap. I don't let them polish at this point, because what happens when they polish? Can't do anything with their hands, okay? If you want to finish off your manicure later on, I'm going to leave a bottle or 2 of lacquer with the hostess, and you can finish it up and finish off the bottle of wine, once we're done ordering, okay? Don't be shy about that. Okay, so the next game I like to play, it's like a scavenger hunt game, and it's not on the screen, I'm sorry. I will put this somewhere that you guys can find it. I wrote this presentation like about 6 weeks ago, and it's not on there. Okay, so this game, you need your catalog for this, lady, so pull your catalog out. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna say a letter, and you're gonna find something in the catalog that begins with that letter. Who's played the purse game before? Find something in your purse, right? It's the same thing with the catalog. What is this doing? This is getting them into the catalog, finding out what our products are all about, and it's narrowing down that wish list. So, let's go through a few, okay? Are you ready? Okay, if you're not feeling super competitive, who's competitive? Sarah's competitive. She's already like, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win! You can play by yourself, okay? You guys, do you wanna team up? You guys team up? You team up, you're competitive. All right, that's okay. Don't make them out of their comfort zone. They're here to have fun, and if they feel like they're being tested or this is awkward, team them up. It's okay to do that. Give them the option anyway. All right, you ready, girls? Do you want to know what you're doing? Yes. Yes? Okay. My first letter is, it has to be something that's on my list. All right, so just yell it out when you're ready, okay? And I'll give you a point. S. Sister. Oh, what? No one ever gets that, sister consultants. No one ever gets that. They're like, I don't know, what's something begins with S in the catalog? Yes, Serene or something. Okay, normally just say rap names. Okay, so that goes on for a little while typically, and I'll say, no one ever gets this, girls. But you guys did, so point for you, woo! Sisters, turn to page 3. Look at them, aren't they beautiful? They're like little Barbies you can stick in your pocket, you know? I did, that's exactly what I said. She knows, because I had an in-home party with her. Okay, so the sisters, the reason why I wanted to highlight the sisters is because they are still on our design team, and they get to channel what we see in our catalog. They each have very different styles, so you'll see a ton of different styles. We have something for everyone. So, I want you to turn to page 4 while you're there, and just flick on over. We actually have 8 finishes, so there's a different style that you can have. Again, something for everybody. And if you have any questions about the styles, we'll talk about them a little bit later on. Okay, ready for the next one? P. Race. Oh my God. I should have just gotten 4 people off the street. Paper plates. There's paper plates in the catalog. Planes. Paper plates. No, but keep going. Passion. Pewter. No. Keep going. They're great guesses. Keep going. She said pricing already. Price. Woo! Yay! Winner. Point for you. Remember to tally your points, girls, because I don't do that. I don't do math very well. Okay. free, but there are some exceptions. You know, we have some amazing collaborations right now, and the pricing differs a little, like slightly, okay? You'll also see a specials sheet on your clipboard, and that gives you a couple of good price points for your purchases tonight. Don't be shy to talk about money. They know they're going to spend it. Make it easy for them to do it, okay? Okay, next one, ready? E. Each what? Come on, girls, you can do it. Never that. No, keep going, keep going. Keep going. I didn't prep them, I actually don't know what the answers are. Every day I like that. And easy, yes, they are so easy to apply, but it's not what's on my list, so keep going. Expedition. Nope. All right, if it goes on a little bit long and you feel awkward, stop them. Like, it's all right, no one ever gets this. Just let them know, it's okay. No one ever gets this. Exclusives. Turn to page 18. I'm going to show you how you can get some amazing exclusives. And hopefully, Rose tonight is going to get some phenomenal hostess exclusives from her sales level, okay? This is a time that you can talk about any of the exclusives. Sister style, something that's new, like maybe like color pop, or I don't know, something that's exclusive. Okay, ready? The next one? Yes. C. Career. Oh, I like that. I'm going to give you a point for innovation. It's not actually what's on my list, but I'm going to give you a point, because she talked about the opportunity, right? She said career. Yes. I want you thinking like that. Good point, but not on my list. Keep going. Cuticle oil? Yeah, that's amazing, but no. It's half a point. Give yourself half a point. I've got 2 on here, so yep. Okay, so it goes back and forth like this. You guys get the picture, right? You can highlight whatever you want in the catalog when you're doing this. I actually have charity. I turn them to page 3. Talk about our autism awareness wraps, whatever, breast cancer awareness wraps right there all out. Celebration box, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's fine, it's your party. Okay, let's do the last one. Ready? I. Independent. Oh my gosh. Winner, winner, wing, ding, ding. Okay, I actually have like a whole list of other ones I go through, and we run through them pretty fast. I don't let them log. If they feel awkward, it's not a good thing. Okay, so just keep it moving. Yes, independent consultant. I love my job. I'm getting paid to party with you girls, which is phenomenal. So I'm going to ask you a question. What would you do with an extra $1,000 a month? Buy a new car? Yes. I have a dodgy minivan. It's a Dodge. It's dodgy. What would you do, Rose? A facial and a massage. She wants some pampering over here. I'm pretty sure you can get lots of facials and massages for $1,000 a month. Yes. Anyone else? A cleaner for your house? Yeah. I have one of those. She's pretty epic. I don't think I can live without her. So I'm kind of telling her things about what I make without actually telling her what I make. What would you do with an extra $1,000 a week? Quit your job. Woohoo! Hallelujah, right? What do you do, Sarah? You're a teacher. God bless you. I would make people a round of applause for being a teacher, because seriously, I don't know how people deal with my kids every day. What else? $1,000 a week. Ever thought about it? Probably not. All right, one's a little harder. An extra $1,000 a day. Anything? Audience, an extra $1,000 a day. Who's ever thought about this? Keep your hands up. Look around the room. We don't have very many dreamers in here. I'm not quite sure if you really believe. Because here's the reality, friends. The reality is that there are people making an extra $1,000 a month in Jamberry. There are people making an extra $1,000 a week in Jamberry. And there are people that are making an extra $1,000 a month in Jamberry. If that's something you'd like to talk about later on, no matter where you fall on the spectrum, I am going to send you home with a shiny purple envelope. Everyone say, ooh! Right? Who's taking one of these home now? All of you. Yes, you are, even if I just tell you you are. Okay, don't be scared to talk about our opportunity. You have a phenomenal opportunity. opportunity in Jamberry. Trust me, okay? Don't be scared to talk about it. They want to know the numbers. What if they haven't dreamed before about getting an extra $400 to $600 a month? Let them wish and dream. Isn't that fun? Aren't you there to provide a fun social experience? Let them wish and dream and let them do it with you, because you can provide that by offering the Jamberry opportunity. Okay. Are you shaking this around? Okay, so when you do your games, right, you don't have to do my games. If you feel like those games wouldn't work for you, pick something else. But what you pick needs to have a purpose, okay? Don't play like tic-tac-toe. Stay in control, be confident, even if you're not. I've done in-home parties the last 3.5 years. My first one was awful, like I said earlier. But I learned from it, okay? I found ways, what can make me good at this, right? Find what works for you and run with it. And you know what? Pretty much every in-home party I do something a little bit different to see if it works. Find your flow. What works for me may not work for you. I love this because most of the time I'm not standing there talking. They're playing the left-right game, I'm reading from a script. If somebody's looking at what they can do, like I invited them to do in my opening talk, they're thinking, I can read from a clipboard. Okay? When they're doing the specials, I'm just shouting out a number, or a letter. I'm not doing anything special there. And I'm just highlighting a couple of our products, something that you're already comfortable with anyway. Okay? So have fun with it. All right, the last part is closing talk. Most people miss this, and it's because typically what they do is everybody comes to the party, they do an opening talk that everyone switches off at because it's longer than 30 seconds and it's boring. And then they go into 2 games back to back, and then they do demo. And then, like we talked about earlier, the people where you're doing that troubleshooting one-on-one and the others have either got it or they haven't and they've walked off, some of them are sneaking out the door and you don't get them to come back together again. You need to make sure that they come back together again. And so doing a demo game helps you do that. They're already sitting right here ready for me. Okay, so at the end of that game, I'm going to give them the winner of the game, tally up your points, here's a winner, here's a prize, this one. You don't have to give the world away. In here is an accent sheet, a nail file, a cuticle stick, and that's about it. Pretty sure. Yeah, you don't have to give out the world. An accent sheet is amazing. You can now coordinate the purchases you're going to get tonight with your accent sheet, so you can have a little party nail going on. Or you can share it with a friend who didn't get to come. You can go home and you can show her how to put them on. Okay? That's a prize. That's a great prize. We're going to talk about booking incentive real quick, because what I do at my closing talk is I make sure that we talk about everything you've done in the party. You've recapped it. Thank them all for coming. Thank your hostess again. Hey hostess, I've got you something really special for being my hostess. Really special. It's a cuticle stick, it's a nail file, it's an accent sheet, and it's a half sheet of wraps. It's a mani-pedi, right? It's what would go in her hostess kit that Carrie just talked about, to make sure that she has a full application before her party. So I'm going to say, Rose, come on up here, girlfriend. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for hosting and opening your home. It's beautiful, even if it's not. Thanks for having your friends. Did you have a blast? She did. Look at her smile. What? Thank you for hosting. This is for you. It's just something little, but you know, I know you get so much in your hostess rewards. They're phenomenal. I didn't want to take away from that. Go ahead and sit down. Oh, and look, friends, I have another 2 gifts, and you can take them away today if you book a date on the calendar tonight. Okay? They're like, they all want. I don't have enough. There's 3 of them, and I only have 2. So it's whoever gets it first. I always go away booking 2 because of these. And it's so minimal. It's what you're going to give in the hostess packet anyway. Okay? Don't be scared to do that. When you have no bookings on your calendar, like what Sarah said, after this one booking, your focus, other than helping the hostess get an amazing party, is booking your calendar. You don't have business if you don't have bookings. So make sure you talk about it during your parties. So they're going to book. end, we talk about that because it's full service checkout and it's on the order form. There's little check boxes that tell you this is what you're going to talk about. Do you all know that? Gift certificates, fundraisers, host, join. Talk about those things. It's like a little checklist and it tells you whether to do that or not. Okay, so the closing talk, thank them all for coming. Thank your hostess, give them the booking gift. Present the booking idea, right, to book some more. And then you're going to remind them about the specials. So right before we close, right before you guys go to ordering, I want to remind you of the specials. So if everyone can turn to the specials on their clipboard. They're right there. It's so easy, right? So easy. They're looking at the specials. They say, these are assumed because this is what most people purchase, right? There's different price options. I can tailor most of them for you. The one that you can't write is the basic bundle because there's a set list. But I can tailor most of them for you. So if you wanted to add on, I can absolutely do that. Don't suggest taking away. Just kick yourself in the foot, okay? So just make sure that you can say you wanted to add on. You can add on, okay? I remind you guys, if anybody has any questions at this point, I'll take them. So I'm going to tell to my party guests. If anyone has any questions, let's answer them now. Typically they don't. They don't want to ask in a group. Oh, that was good. Basic bundle. Yeah. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, sorry. I'm just talking to myself up here. It's pretty normal. So nobody has any questions, and then I'm going to say, okay, let's move on then. Anybody who needs to leave first, I'm going to take your order first. Okay, if you need to jet off, I understand. I have a babysitter at home. I'm going to leave in the next 30 minutes. So let's get to ordering, and I can leave you guys to have a fun night with a bottle of wine. Okay? That's a polite way. They understand that it's my business, it's my business. Typically, I do have a babysitter that I'm paying. I'm not going to be there for 4 hours. They know why they were invited, right? When they're familiar with direct sales, they know they're going to order. Don't be shy to talk about it. Okay? All right, I put on here, stay in the room with the guests. Check out at the same eye level or lower. I typically let them stay where they are. You know, we don't sell passion products. It's okay for them to know that they're going to buy wild zebra. Okay? So just stay in the room. The good thing is, going south, it's going south. The good thing is, no pun intended. They're not going to let me present again. The good thing is, when they have a conversation here and they're questioning things, you can listen in and you can hear that. You can hear that. And then you can address those concerns right there in the room with them. I typically kneel down like this. Seriously, I'm not ashamed to do this. Hey, girlfriend. It's not intimidating. They don't feel intimidated. You're going to do a really good job. You're going to do your full service checkout. You're still going to upsell. You're still going to suggest a party. You're still going to invite the opportunity, but you're doing it in a much comfortable situation for your customer. Does that make sense? Okay, make sure you do full service checkout. I'm not sure if that's being covered today, but if it isn't, then you can go to my YouTube channel. I have a good video on that, okay?